Hey everybody, Massachusetts Prepper here. Today we're going to do a little review on a Kershaw knife, the Kershaw Piston, model number 1860. The handle length on this knife is 5 inches with a thickness of 0.46 inches. Handle is made of G10 with a very nice design. The handle has been milled down just a little bit to give us this sweeping pattern in the G10, which gives it a nice texture, really nice grip. Now, inside the handle, there is no stainless steel inserts. We do have a inset liner lock made of stainless steel. So the only part that is stainless steel inside this G10 is that inset liner lock. Other than that, this handle is just all G10 with no stainless in it whatsoever. Now the overall length of this knife is 8.5 inches. This is a pretty good sized knife. The blade length is 3.5 inches with a blade thickness of 0.12 inches. The blade material is 14C28N stainless steel. The blade style is a drop point with a flat grind and a stone wash finish. The weight of this knife is 4 ounces. As you can tell, there is no lanyard hole in the handle of this knife, but if you look on the back side, there is a lanyard pin. So you can get a piece of lanyard material through there and make a nice little lanyard to assist getting this out of your pocket. Now, a 550 cord, you may have a little bit of trouble getting that in there, but it can be done. Now when we look at the pocket clip on this knife, Kershaw has done everything right with the clip. The pocket clip is, I think, very nice looking. One of the better pocket clips I've seen on the Kershaw knives. Now it sits relatively deep in your pocket, as you can see, and from all 4 positions that you can put this pocket clip in, it's going to sit about the same. Now this is right hand, left hand, tip up, and tip down. So any configuration that you want to put this knife in, you can. Now this is a spring assisted speed safe design with a flipper and probably one of the best thumb studs that I've seen on a knife to date. Very easy to open and close this knife with the flipper or the thumb stud. As you can see on this thumb stud, it's got kind of a ramped look to it, and this makes for very good engaging with the thumb and just flipping that knife open. The liner lock in there engages well, and you can really get a good grip on that to close this knife. So it makes it very good for opening one hand and closing one-handed. The overall design of this knife is done very well. You can get a really good purchase on this knife. There is no jimping on the blade or the handle for your thumb, but the groove for your finger to fit in right here, you really get a good purchase on the knife. You still have some handle left out. If you had to use this in a non-lethal self-defense situation, there's plenty of the butt end of the knife to use, or even the front of the knife to use without it being open. So this could be used in a non-lethal situation for self-defense if you had to. Now, like I said, the flipper works very fast. Thumb stud, in my opinion, is just as fast. I really can't tell a difference between flipping the knife with my finger or getting on that thumb stud and just flipping it out. They seem as equally as fast to me. Overall design of this knife, like I said, is just phenomenal. This has been my new everyday carry. The aesthetics, I mean, it just looks nice. It feels good in your hand. It's light, 4 ounces, And that's what the specs say is 4 ounces, but I haven't put this on scales to actually weigh it, and I may do that later, and I'll update maybe in the notes if it weighs less than 4 ounces, but we're going with what Kershaw says. So one of the things I do like about this knife is it's made here in the USA. Good quality, good design. Overall, a really good knife. The blade on this knife, 3.5 inches. I mean, this is a good sized blade, and with that stone wash finish, it's just a very attractive blade. Very nice looking knife. Ergonomics on it are real good. If I had to say anything negative about this knife at all, it would probably be that there could have been a little bit of jimping on the blade and on the top of the handle, so you would have had a good purchase for your thumb. As it is, with your finger in that little finger nook there behind the flipper, it still gives you a really good purchase. The knife feels really good in hand. Good ergonomics. Just a really nice knife. So, from my standpoint, I really like this knife. Now, I've seen some other reviews on this knife, and I don't claim to be a good reviewer by any stretch of the imagination. I've seen Nut and Fancy do a review on this knife, and he put this knife in his Hall of Fame for knives. That's saying a lot. And the late Boy Scout, he's done a review on this knife, and you know, he had really nothing bad to say about it either. I don't even consider myself on the same level as those guys. Just getting started in YouTube, but from my take, really good knife. I've seen it in price anywhere from $59 to $114. I personally didn't find the $59 price until after I'd already bought it. I paid $71 for it. But all in all, nice knife. Don't think you can go wrong. And like I said, the thumb studs are probably some of the best I've seen on any knife. You can just really get right in there. When your thumb slides in there, it slides right up on that little ramp and engages that knife. And I mean, it just flips right out there. So that's my take on the Kershaw Piston, model number 1860. Great knife for everyday carry. Light knife, easy to carry, carries deep in the pocket. Just a really good knife. This is Massachusetts Prepper. Until next time, take care.